So, Luka Doncic was traded to the LA Lakers, well, just over a day ago at this stage. And one thing that we heard constantly from, people involved with the Lakers and stuff, we heard, so not people involved with Lakers, from people that had sources with the Mavs, we heard that Luka was really, really heavy. And if you believe that Luka is not 270 pounds after seeing this video, subscribe. We're trying to hit 10,250 by the end of the day. And lads, if you guys don't subscribe, it means you think he's over 270 pounds. Again, I don't make the rules here. But anyway, we saw a post from Barstool Sports. Alleged 270-pound man arrives in LA. And I understand he's wearing black. But, this is just Luka. This is Luka. Luka's been way heavier than this. I mean, he's been skinnier than this. He's also been way heavier than this. So either Luka has played close to 300 pounds, or he's not 270. People are like, oh, someone just goes, I'm 6'5", and I'm 270, and I don't look incredibly fat. And I'm like, well, yeah, he just looks like a normal ass person, and also, let's not forget here when it comes to Luka Doncic, he's about 6'8", 6'9" maybe. We've seen him standing beside LeBron and stuff. They're around the same height. We've seen him standing beside guys that are 6'9". He is bigger than 6'7". So at 6'9", 270, even if it is Luka just has that farmer strength, Eastern European strength build. Luka will never get a six pack, and if he does, it'll be from that freaking malnourishment with his build. You have in Texas to Cali, that blows. Will he be able to file state income tax in Texas, or is he getting 60% of his salary? I mean, you pay state income tax wherever you play a game. So every time you play an away game, you pay 50% of your tax in where you play home games. You play 50% in wherever you play the away games. It's going to be if however many away games he plays in Texas, you'll pay Texas tax for that. That was I don't even know what that law was for, when that law was brought in, but yeah. So gonna be great seeing him out there. I'm following Luka to the Lakers. He's that much of a fun watch. I think Luka's Luka can be fun and boring to watch. That man is not 170. Anyone else still in denial? The league vetoes a trade to send CP in his prime to team up with Kobe. The reason why they vetoed that trade is because the league owned the Hornets. The league don't own the Lakers or the Mavs. The league can't veto dumb trades. The CB3 trade wasn't a dumb trade at all. New Orleans got back, if I'm not mistaken, they got back Powell, Lamar Odom. They got a way better haul than they got from the Clippers. But don't know much about Luka. I don't care if he's 370. What is this world? Thought it was Mr. Beast at first. He is. Luka, I would say, is about 250. And Luka's probably played. I'd say Luka was about 230 coming into the NBA. I'd say Luka was probably about 235-ish during the bubble. And he's probably... I'd say he's probably been 270. And I would say he probably showed up at training camp maybe at 270. Actually, no. We saw skinny Luka in the summer. We saw skinny Luka. And the thing is with Luka is Luka will always look heavier than he is. Luka is one of those guys that Luka could be down at 240 and he'll just look chubby just because of the way, just because of his natural build. There are so many people just in life like that are they're heavier than they're lighter than they look, and some guys are heavier than they look. Some guys can still, depends on where you store your weight. If you store your weight in your legs, you're going to look, you're not going to look, especially on the basketball court, you're not going to look as big, or you're not going to look heavier, or not as lighter than you are. If you store your weight in your upper body, you're going to look heavier than you are. And then with Luka Doncic, how much he uses his size as well. Obviously, look, this is not peak physical fitness Luka Doncic right now. This is not peak Luka, but he's nowhere near 270. He's basically in the same shape as he was in last season. So it's not Luka's just ballooned out of shape or anything. That's just not what's happened. That's just honestly not in any way what has happened. And we've still got people out here talking about, oh, Luka Doncic is, he's 270, this is why we traded him. No, they're just looking for excuses. They're making every excuse in the world. I don't know why. Nobody knows why. Genuinely, nobody knows why the Dallas Mavericks traded Luka Doncic. Absolutely nobody knows why Dallas did that. And to be fair, I don't think people will know for a long, long time. It was just all in all a mad trade. It was madness. It was absolute madness. Like, Luka Doncic could have been 370 if he's giving you 28, 8, and 8. And then, like, from Windhorst, apparently they were sick of him during the playoffs. But I'm like, the man carried you to the finals on one knee. He had one knee. And he carried them to the finals. Like, any competent GM is like, the first thing you do is if you have a Luka Doncic and he wants to sign a Supermax, you ask him, when can you sign? You do everything you can to get Luka Doncic to sign the Supermax. Not trade him so that you don't have to pay him the Supermax. Like, oh, it's just... I still cannot believe this has happened. I just can't. I cannot believe this has happened. But yeah, like it's a good out situation for the Lakers, because you got yourselves one of the best player. You got the fleece of the century. Look, Max Christie's a good player. I like Max Christie. You can get another Max Christie in a second round of a draft if you're lucky. I like Max Christie. I don't think the Lakers are going to be good this year. But all the excuses in the world for Luka Doncic. If you just don't like Luka, you just don't like Luka. Like, it's simple as that. If you just don't like Luka, you just wanted to trade him. All these excuses coming out, oh, he was this, he was not a good defender. Yeah, so how many guys? Luka Doncic is a better defender than Stephen Curry. And I mean that. Like, Luka Doncic, statistically, is not a bad one-on-one defender. What Luka Doncic is bad at doing is guarding in space. If you put him in constant pick and rolls, he's not great at that. If you put him in constant off-ball screens, he's not great at that. Just pure one-on-one defense, because Luka's anticipation is good. He is not bad. He is also smart on defense. There are players that are just too quick for Luka and can run around them. But that is, like, he's not one of the worst defenders in the NBA. He is a more than competent defender. You just wanted to get rid of him because you wanted to get rid of him. And that's fine. But just say it like that. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. So anyway, that is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.